One of the things that confuses newcomers to the cryptocurrency ecosystem is the many Bitcoins that exist. Are there more than one Bitcoin? Are they the same thing? If not, why are all of them named Bitcoin? Are usually some of the questions that trouble a cryptocurrency newbie. The short answer is no, they are not the same thing. The first of these Bitcoin forks, as they're called, was Bitcoin Cash. That was created on the 1st of August 2017. But what led the community to create a new coin? And what new properties does it bring to the table? Well, that's what we address in this video as we answer the question, what is Bitcoin Cash, BCH? One of the major criticisms of Bitcoin is that it's too slow, and in times of high volume, fees can get very expensive. This is the famous scalability problem that has been tantalizing the most famous cryptocurrency ever since it became more widely used. This particular issue has sparked quite the heated argument within the Bitcoin community.
Lower it to 5 cents and we'll see how many days it's stuck in the mempool.
Set custom fee, Satoshis per byte. 5 Satoshis per byte. I'm not sure how many cents that will be. 7 cents.
Let's do it before the weekend.
7 cents. You okay with 7 cents?
To 1 Satoshi per byte, like all Bitcoin Cash transactions are.
No one uses Bitcoin Cash. That's why it's so cheap to send it.
So that's an absolute lie, and anyone can go and see the number of transactions happening on the network.
And when a consensus on the proposed solution couldn't be reached, each faction implemented the solution that they thought was the best one. So on August 1st, 2017, part of the community started following one set of rules, while the rest followed another. This created a split in the chain that resulted in 2 separate chains and 2 separate coins. Bitcoin, which kept the abbreviation BTC, and Bitcoin Cash, which received the ticker BCH. In order to understand the disagreement, we need to see what causes the scalability problem. So transactions on the blockchain are confirmed when they're added to a block. For Bitcoin, a block is found every 10 minutes on average, and miners tend to prioritize the transactions with the highest fees. But because a block has a limited size of just 1 megabyte, only a certain amount of transactions can fit into one. So when all transactions can't fit into the next block, the result is delays and increased fees. The Bitcoin Cash faction proposed that the problem be solved by increasing the block size to 8 megabytes and subsequently to 32. Bigger blocks mean that more transactions can fit into them, leading to faster confirmations and lower fees. But the Bitcoin faction wanted to keep the block size the same and instead reduce the size of the transactions. So Bitcoin Cash was created with the aspiration to be the Bitcoin version that accommodates day-to-day transactions, like cash as the name suggests. This was seen as the original promise of Bitcoin, which Bitcoin Core had failed: high transaction rates and low fees, in a way that competes with the traditional financial system. Bitcoin Cash transactions always get included in the next block, and the fees are usually a fraction of a cent. Most services actually accept Bitcoin Cash do so with 0 confirmation. So this means that they actually accept a transaction as soon as it's sent, even if it hasn't been confirmed yet, making transactions practically instantaneous. But that includes a small amount of risk, and for this reason, it's usually only acceptable for small amounts. These are the main advantages for Bitcoin Cash, plus the fact that as of November 2018, Bitcoin Cash supports smart contracts as well. Their usage is not as widespread as on Ethereum, and they tend to provide less functionality, but they can certainly bring new uses to Bitcoin Cash, even as a DeFi platform. But this new feature wasn't without its own controversy either, and it actually led to Bitcoin Cash undergoing its own fork that gave birth to Bitcoin SV, where SV means Satoshi's vision. BSV, besides not supporting smart contracts, also increased the block size further, up to 128 megabytes. Bitcoin Cash critics, however, point out that BCH blocks are rarely larger than 1 megabyte, and the extra block space has never really been used. This is actually mainly because BCH never quite gathered the widespread adoption by the community they had initially hoped for, nor did it overthrow Bitcoin as the true Bitcoin. They also argue that the bigger blocks offer only a short-term solution to scalability, but long-term, they may pose threats to its security and actually prove unsustainable altogether, not to mention the argument that they favor centralization. But BCH is unarguably one of the top cryptocurrencies and accepted by many merchants and companies for everyday transactions, although its liquidity is nowhere near that of BTC, which has actually forced some exchanges to delist several BCH pairs. The truth is, there's no love lost between BTC and BCH, or BCH and BSV for that matter, but the animosity between the different Bitcoin camps is of little interest to most cryptocurrency users anyway, not to mention the argument as to which one is the true Bitcoin. This, along with the use of the term Bitcoin by so many coins, only adds to the confusion newcomers face and hinders wide adoption. The important thing to remember is that each is a different cryptocurrency, with some similar and some unique properties and use cases. And there isn't one that fits all. So if you are someone who's interested in sending or receiving many small transactions quickly and cheaply, or if you're interested in a smart contract enhanced Bitcoin platform, then Bitcoin Cash is probably a coin worth looking into. Make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons and we'll keep the videos coming.